Listen to the AZ12 podcast. I don't know how to do that little intro thing that Cody does, that little buffer thing, but I did. Well, I didn't do it. But I am trying to run this thing by myself with with a little bit of help. All right, with Jason Scheer, I am merely Mike Luke. We have a lot to get to this show.
Should we warn people first? Should we warn people that Cody's not here?
Yeah, Cody's not here. So again, clean your camera, Mike. Ooh,
yeah, that's true. Clean your camera.
Is it? Hold on a second.
Yeah, it's foggy.
All right. Well, whatever, man.
Oh my God. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Either way, Bruce is joining us in just a second. Bruce just called me. Bruce is great. He goes, "Hey, Mike, should I still join the show?" Yeah.
Yeah,
yes, exactly. All right, now we got a lot to get to this show. We are going to talk with Bruce here in just a second. Bruce will be hopping in. Oh, look at it. Look at it. Look at this. This is great live. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Bruce coming to us live from the dungeon. Oh my gosh. Bruce!
Yeah, I know. I just saw a thing that said, watch your lighting or something. The lighting is horrible here. So,
Bruce, are you underneath the arena right now?
Yeah, it's the media and interview room. So, like, you can see over there's the stage
Bruce,
or whatever.
Bruce, can you Bruce, before we get into this, can you tell people what your day is like today? You've got a full day, Bruce.
Yeah, I have yeah, I actually had to write it out because, like, literally there's so many things going on. We had a staff meeting. We did a podcast for Tucson.com as well. And then I got another couple of interviews later. And then there was a Brett Yormark press conference today that we already covered. And then I talked to the, he had a bunch of stuff to say. He's quite the salesman, I'll say that. And, about he's telling us how much the Four Corners schools, as he referred to them, love playing here, or they love the Big 12 and all this. And he couldn't wait to talk to them after this tournament and see how much they loved it. And I'm just thinking, I think Arizona liked playing in Las Vegas pretty much, but whatever. That anyway. And then a lot of games are happening too. Obviously, Cincinnati and Oklahoma State are out there right now.
Bruce, can we talk a little bit before we get to the game? Can we talk a little bit, too, about the Bruce Pascoe becoming a celebrity and people asking to take pictures with you now? Come on, Bruce.
No, you are the celebrity. That's what I was saying. That's why I tweeted. Like, literally, when I've gone to this has been 2 or maybe 3 times now in the last month where I've talked to some fans on the road, because I usually do notes on the road we call Seen and Heard about, and then inevitably some of them will say, well, yeah, Mike Luke told me to look out for you, or how, or I was just talking to Mike Luke about something, and they're always mentioning you. So they're watching, you read whatever. And so it's all good, but yeah.
All right, Bruce, and we're going to go back and forth right here. All right, Bruce, Arizona, what do you think about this season so far with Arizona, with Tommy Lloyd, with what you've watched out there? What do you think?
I would say, I would say they did a little better in conference than I thought, but they obviously did a lot worse in non-conference than I thought. So kind of, if you balance it out, yeah, they're about what I expected overall. I just didn't expect it would play out this way. But when you look back on it, it kind of made sense because they lost 4 starters and working all those guys in, and then dealing with Krivas' injury and Krivas not being, fully effective. And then he gets out, and there's just a lot of adjustments to make. So it kind of made sense that it took them a while to get together. And then again, and I was saying this back in the preseason when they had the schedule, this was a backloaded Big 12 schedule. We all knew that they were going to struggle most likely down the stretch. And that's exactly what happened. They built up a big winning streak early in the season, in the conference season. And I think that raised people's expectations. But the fact is the schedule was always backloaded. They were always probably going to lose at Iowa State and Kansas. I think probably the really tricky one, I think, for them that's problematic is losing to BYU at home. And we all know how that played out. It was a very close call that could have gone either way in a lot of
Would you have called that, Bruce? Would you have called that a foul, Bruce?
You mean that foul itself? Well, I tell you, I would be a terrible referee. I don't know if I have the attention span to do what they do. I tried refereeing volleyball and softball in college, and I was horrible. It was so hard. And I got other students were like, what are you talking about? That's not, a ball or whatever. It's really hard. So I don't know if I could have, but I will say in general, and I think that, you look at that call in different angles and maybe there's something there, but generally, as you guys know, as I think Tommy Lloyd has indicated, usually in that situation, you're you're not going to call something that borderline. But it is what it is. But I always go, and the other thing is I always go back to these guys. College referees consider when they get 80 to 85% of their calls and their non-calls right, they think that's a good game. So that means 15% on a good game, 15% of the time they're going to get it wrong. And in the NBA, I think it's more like 90s. So there's always going to be calls that aren't right. And it just so happens that, if that was the case with this call, it just so happened to be the one that ultimately decided the game. It's just the way it goes. I think if you're Arizona, you're like, yes, that's, that wasn't fair or whatever they might want to think. But, if you're Arizona, you're at home, maybe you shouldn't be in that position in the first place. It's a tough call.
Scheer, you're up.
Obviously, we're all used to Vegas. Arizona fans won't travel there as much as they would at Vegas. But what's the vibe? I know that the first game just started, but what's just the vibe out there?
Not much yet, because it's Cincinnati and Oklahoma State. There's a few Oklahoma State fans and a lot of Iowa State fans I've seen already showing up. So, and that's kind of what I expected, because I heard, I don't know. I'm as curious as you, Jason. Like, I don't know. But everything I've heard is it's KU and Iowa State fans are dominant. And I think the difference is a lot of the KU fans are local. They live here in the metro area, or they're coming from Lawrence or wherever in Kansas. So they're maybe day tripping. Whereas I think the Iowa State fans, like, literally, it sounds like they make this their vacation. They plant themselves here all week and hang out, and they kind of take over the town. That's what one of the Gary Bedore, one of the local beat writers here at the Kansas City Star, was telling me. He's been to all of these, and he said their fans really make a difference there. So I don't know, Jason. It'd be interesting. I think Arizona will draw a lot of local alums who live around here or nearby in the Midwest or whatever, and maybe some travel. But I don't think they're not gonna have the numbers to outweigh the other opposing fans. I think particularly, obviously, if they get Kansas on Thursday, that's going to be, it might be a 60-20 situation with the other 20% being neutral, something like that.
Bruce, I was just asked, can you ask Bruce about the various Big 12 atmospheres? And what you think of them compared to, the Stanford and the Cal, the tough environments that those were.
Yeah, that was actually the most fun that I did get to go to all the road games, and I really am fortunate in that way. But I would say they probably were about what I expected. Really, it's kind of like better environments for the most part everywhere except Oklahoma State was really bad. That actually reminded me of the Bay Area games. But pretty much, and then West Virginia wasn't great, but that was a big snowstorm and school was in session, so that was kind of a smallish crowd there. But most of the other ones were really pretty rocking. Even Kansas State, BYU was incredible. Iowa State and Kansas lived up to the reputation. I know Tommy Lloyd was a little bummed. I think he said something that there's a gap between, as much as he liked McHale fans, he said there's a gap between them and Iowa State and Kansas as far as environments. And he's right. There is. And it's not really necessarily a knock on McHale fans. It's just these are two of the top atmospheres in the country. And, frankly, it's just the culture and the passion. And I think especially in if you live in some of these places, it's a bigger thing to do. And I think that's what the Pac-12 kind of, I always thought that was kind of the problem with the Pac-12, in the sense that there's more things to do. Like, do you need to go watch the Huskies, or are you going to go out sailing, or are you going to go hiking in the mountains or whatever? There's a lot more to do in the Pac-12 footprint, I think, than some of these places out here. Like Manhattan, Kansas, again, smaller town. Not, I think that game was a Tuesday, was it? Yeah, and bad weather too as well, storm coming in that night, and they still almost sold out the place, and it was just pretty crazy in there, and consequently Arizona kind of fell apart at the end of that game. So it was tough, but it was a lot of fun to experience, no question.
Yormark just finished his comments and all that, and the VP went as well. Anything of note? I saw the 18 conference games, but beyond that, is there anything that kind of caught your ear?
Yeah, a lot. No, that was that was the main thing. And then he just really sold Kansas City a lot, and he said we're here till 2031 and we love it and all this. But yeah, I think him and the VP of basketball. I talked to at the press conference and then afterwards a little bit about that. They are definitely going to go to 18, but they want to keep them all in after Christmas. Because you could play 20 if you move up and still have some buys, of course, like the Pac-12 did last year, move 2 of the games into December, and I thought that would be the solution. But they want to cram them all in after Christmas and have buys, so they're going to go to 18, which also leaves open the possibility some teams could play. They could take those 2 games and play, a couple of easier games, which could bring the whole the whole rating of the conference down. So I asked about, they have kind of parameters on that, because in the Pac-12 they used to kind of prohibit you from scheduling non-conference games in the 300s or even 250, I think, and up or something like that. So they're working on that. They're aware of that. And I think the other thing about that is they said 18 games is only going to leave 3 double plays, but I think they're still committed to keeping Arizona, ASU, BYU, Utah, some of the real traditional rivalries. They're going to keep those as doubles.
Bruce, what do you think about? Would it be better if there was a Baggins in Kansas City? Have you thought about this? Oh shoot! Hold on a second.
No, I have not thought about that.
Hold on, I'm trying to get this. Bruce, I
do
can't
they
find
do?
Bruce. Oh, there we go.
Do they
Bruce.
Do they do burnt end brisket sandwiches? If they did, then that might work.
Hey Bruce, have you gone to Baggins and used the code, the AZ12 code? You should. You get 15% off, Bruce.
No.
Bruce, would you rather not use the code and have to pay more money for it?
Well, I don't know, Mike.
Bruce, you're not helping me out here. Come on, Bruce.
Bruce, you love Baggins.
Just say you like Baggins.
I'm not supposed to be part of a commercial, so I don't know.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Bruce is a real professional. All right, good stuff. All right. Now,
nothing against Baggins. Like I told you, I think it's fine, but
Yeah, I get it. All right, we're just trying, Bruce. We're trying to get you to save money here. All right, now, what do you think about? Do you have your ASU coaching hot board up yet?
What? I'm sorry.
Your ASU coaching hot board up yet?
It's funny. I was just talking to Michelle Gardner actually, that's why I was a little late jumping on here. Michelle from the Republic about what's going on with him, and she's aware that she's got something. She's aware. She has to be ready in case something happens. But there's a I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I don't have a hot board yet, but or have even really given that much thought. I still wonder for sure, because it's just a weird situation. I think players like playing for him. He's done a little better in NIL, collecting NIL, getting that going, and they've got some talent. Apparently, Michelle was saying Joe Son loves Bobby Hurley, for example, and who would have thought? I don't know. Quentin's has been, it looks like he's out for a while. They just had a lot of adversity, so it's almost like I don't know. Maybe they've already made up their minds, but I think there's still a somewhat of an argument of that maybe he stays, but it's looking pretty iffy, obviously.
All right, one last question. What do you got?
Bruce, Mike and we're very into bracketology, and I don't know if you've noticed, but there's more and more brackets showing Xavier in Arizona.
Yeah, right.
You'd be pumped. You and Sean reunited.
I think he'd have better things to worry about than me or any of us, really. Gee whiz. But no, you know what? Heck, if they get that, if they lose Thursday to Kansas, they probably are a 6 seed, and Xavier, if they get in, probably is an 11, or very could well be, and then it comes down to other logistics. But there's at least a 1 in 4 chance. If they're 6 and 11, there's a 1 in 4 chance at least, right? So, that would be something. But obviously, that would be a storyline we would all be talking about, and it's going to happen at some point anyway. They're going to play in the tournament. It's just a matter of time, really, I think.
All right, Bruce, you're the man. We very much appreciate you, Bruce. By the way, we're going to be up in Denver or Seattle, which means that you and we're all going to go get lunch at some point, Bruce, and we're going to go kiss the babies and take pictures. Come on.
Baggins in Seattle?
No. I didn't say we're going to go to Baggins. That's you. That's a promo from you, Bruce.
I'm just kidding.
Bruce, that's a promo from you, though, Bruce. We very much like Bruce Pascoe.
Clip it.
But, no,
anybody?
There's plenty good place to go in Seattle. In fact, I'll tell you. As great as the atmospheres were in the Big 12, like the cities in the Pac-12 are,
they're better.
A lot of them can't be beat.
All right, Bruce. We are everybody out there. We're going to say this. If you see Bruce out there, take a picture with him. He's the man. We appreciate you, Bruce. And tweet it at me. You're the man, Bruce. We appreciate you, dude.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Take care.
All right, TTFN. See you later. Ta-ta for now. All right, we love Bruce. Bruce is the man. Bruce always comes like where he's from like a dungeon or something or some kind of
that's a serious deal to go downstairs away from the game for Bruce. In the media section and get that done.
By the way, I don't know. I can't. Somebody just tweeted at me, and I don't know if this is true or not. That somebody, I don't know. And again, I don't want to get this.
No, it's probably not. But go ahead. I'll tell you.
I don't want to.
You tell me, and I'll tell you if it's true.
Yeah, that somebody asked Bobby Hurley about my tweet.
What?
I don't. Yeah,
No.
I don't think it. Maybe I'm just looking at. Maybe I'm just looking at it wrong. But that would be amazing.
He wouldn't have met with the media yet because they have a game today.
Well, somebody just tweeted at me. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. But somebody just tweeted at me and quoted and said, "Hey, well, either way."
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be hysterical if it was. Hey, guess what? We're gonna pay the bills while Scheer looks this up. I would assume it's not real or I misread it, but that would be hysterical if they were. Mike Luke.
Now?
Yeah, Mike Luke, ASU insider. Hold on. I will send this to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
Okay, hold on. This is great. Hey, Scheer, let's talk about let's see here. Let's talk about what do we want to talk about here first? Arizona Primary Eye Care. Scheer,
yes.
You just went out of the screen. That's how impressive they are.
Oh, did you fix that?
Yeah, I fixed it on my own. Yes. Yes, exactly. All right, yeah. So anyways, Arizona Primary Eye Care. I'm trying to get this one for you. And again, I don't know if yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is something off. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care. Okay. Anyways, Arizona Primary Eye Care. Scheer, we love Cheryl. Cheryl's the best. Cheryl's going up there back in the A with Arizona Primary Eye Care. And again, maybe she's got some of these Tom Ford sunglasses. What do you say about that? Those Tom Ford sunglasses.
I need to go. Shelby's still on it. She's right. I need to go. I need to talk to Cheryl.
Yes, exactly.
That's my place.
Yeah, I'm going over there as well. 60 plus insurance accepted. They got a pretty good deal coming up. Arizona Primary Eye Care, 4 locations. Get them in there. Get in there. Wop. All right, you'll thank me later. Okay, now let's get back to some Arizona basketball here. We will be here. I'm going to be very clear about something here for the folks that are curious. If Arizona, and you have my commitment, and my word is my bond, as you all know. If Arizona is in SRS or in Denver, I will be up there. I don't know that I necessarily have much interest in going to like Wichita or like Newark, New Jersey. But if we're in SRS, the content will be absolutely amazing. Scheer and I literally were talking with our good pal Jacob Franklin about this last night. There's a lot of content opportunities in SRS.
There's a 38% chance Mike gets one of us killed in Seattle with his content ideas, but yes. I will be there to keep him safe.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yes, can we talk about Glenn's golf game? Yeah, we'll get EK. Remind me. We'll talk about that at the end. Okay.
Send me that tweet, Mike.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't think this is. Hold on.
I don't think it's real either. But man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
By the way, Tommy Lloyd presser. I'm not going because I want to be here with you guys, the people. But it starts in 7 minutes, so we'll see if he addresses the fan comments or anything like that. Bruce is called. This is how big time Bruce is. He's calling in to the presser.
Oh, that's
Nate
huge.
Nate is putting a phone by Tommy so Bruce can ask questions.
No, this is great.
Yeah,
this is great. Okay, here we go. All right, I just sent this to you. I don't know if this is just because he sent me something else too that I can't find. I just sent it to you though. All right. Anyways, Arizona, we're probably going to play Kansas. I think Arizona is going to beat Kansas. But I am a little concerned that Tobe Awaka will be guarding H-Dick the whole game. By the way, I had somebody from Kansas message me, and he said there's a few people that say it, but he said it's certainly not it's not Hunter Dickinson is generally not known as H-Dick.
He's not. I asked, no one answered. I think people think that I was just being funny.
No, I had
really serious.
I had somebody message me I had somebody message me 2 screenshots of somebody calling him H-Dick, and those were the ones that I had seen. So it doesn't sound like it's a real movement. Oh, by the way, look at this. Look at this. Mike, how high are you going to get in SRS? I don't know. But I mean, I'm a man of the people. Yes. Okay. Now, Awaka is going to get. Oh, TJ, I can't read that. That's bad. If we play Kansas, Mr. Tyler Warden. If
That's
we
not
play,
bad.
Yeah.
It's a nickname.
If we play, how about Hunt? If we play, if we play Kansas, this will be the ultimate test of Tommy's coaching ability. I don't want to see the same thing that we saw last time, Scheer. Is that fair?
Dude, we talked about this on the phone. I think there's a very good chance you see it. The same thing, because Tommy will say that Henry just needs to do a better job of staying out of foul trouble, and Hunter just was on fire and couldn't miss, and blah blah blah. I think there really is.
You want to know why that's crap? And again, Tommy Lloyd is Tommy Lloyd.
I don't want it to be the same. I want to be very clear here that I'm not.
You want to know why? So there was some guy, one of those analytic nerds that are smarter than me.
I'm gonna ask, by the way, I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, you should. Look at that. But one of those analytics guys, I think there was some stat that something like 28 of his points were shot within like 7% or like 7 feet of the basket. Those were easy shots. Those were really, really easy shots that most of them were making. So I don't really, I don't like that philosophy. And the other thing too that I don't like guarding somebody that's putting somebody on him that's a foot shorter than him.
The problem is, like, Mike, I think he didn't want Henry to foul out. And
Henry got into foul trouble with other guys.
I know, it backfired, but I think that Awaka was guarding him because they needed Henry on offense. They need Henry. And so, and I think they wanted Awaka to kind of, I think they also, my guess is they thought Awaka would do a better job pushing Dickinson off the block, which he didn't
using girth.
Yeah, which he didn't do. He didn't do a good job with that at all. By the way, Cincinnati kicking the crap out of Oklahoma State. I know you're a big Cincinnati fan.
Yeah, that would be a show. Javier, I think wants Bobby Hurley to be the next Arizona head coach. By the way, all right, now, so let's, Chris Cloco is not walking through that door. This is very true. Okay, now, let's talk a little bit then. What do you got?
I want to say something on that real quick. That, Jesse, you're joking or whatever, but that makes you appreciate Christian Coloco.
Yeah.
We've had the Coloco Henry arguments before.
Mm-hmm.
Coloco was so elite defensively,
right,
that his impact on the game, as much as we love Henry, Coloco literally changed games.
No, he did. I just thought that, listen, Coloco was the absolute man. Yeah, he was the absolute man. All right, now, Arizona, though, I want to talk something a little bit about players here. And again, Jesse, be nice. When it comes to players in college basketball need to understand something here. And again, as long as you are going to be critiqued. That is, you are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. You are going to get critiqued by fans, by media, and guess what? A lot of people didn't play Division I basketball. Guess what? They're still allowed to have an opinion. And guess what? You don't got, again, you can say whatever you want. You can get upset. What's that?
This is a lot of guessing you're making me doing.
But at the same time, though, fans, media, they're going to critique you. You're being paid very well, and you can say what you want, but it's not stopping. You mess with the paw, you get the glove. You know the drill around here.
So I think the biggest issue that some athletes have is they can't differentiate between criticism, personal, and game-wise. In other words, if I say, hey, this guy's not a great ball handler, I'm not calling that player a piece of crap. I'm saying he's not a very good ball handler. It's completely different, right? And that's why now we always say they're a really good kid, but because a lot of these players can't, like, I don't think Trey Townsend's a piece of crap human being. I think he's an awesome human being.
Yeah.
But if I criticize his game, it's because I'm criticizing his game.
Right. Here's where it is with KJ. And you know what's weird about this whole KJ thing is that, and you know this better than me, out of everybody in the media, I have been a bigger fan of KJ Lewis than about anybody. I mean, this is true. This is definitely true. Yeah. But guess what? KJ's not a good shooter, and he's not a very good ball handler. But again, he can do a lot of other things when he plays to his game. That doesn't mean that, and you know, I think there's this idea too that, like, oh, if I just put this out on Twitter, they'll stop saying things. No, you do not know how we're built. OC bodybuilders, also different generation. Yeah, Gen Z doesn't handle criticism well. Gen Z thinks everyone is a bully. Nobody's bullying. They're giving listen. At the end of the day, if I were to ask anybody in this chat right now. If I were to offer you $200,000 or whatever the case may be to go play Power 5 Division I basketball, and guess what? You know what the drawback is? You got to worry about a podcaster who might critique your play. Guess what? Everyone's signing up for it. It's okay. Boom.
Yeah, and but like Stat has a good point too. It's like any criticism is taught as hating. Yeah, like it's stupid.
It's
like,
dumb.
You could say like this player isn't all that great at this. I'm not talking about you as a human being, and guess what? If you talk to an NBA scout, the dudes that are responsible for extending your career and drafting you,
they're going to say the
same thing.
They're going to say the exact same thing. And guess what? I'm guessing some of those NBA scouts also didn't play Division I basketball.
Yeah, I hate that argument. You know how much I hate that argument.
Oh gosh. Anyways, not changing.
And the game's changed too, because now you get paid.
Right. The game has changed. You're getting paid a lot. You're getting paid a lot of money, and guess what? You're going to get critiqued. It just is what it is. Okay, now let's get back to this game though. Arizona, assuming Arizona plays Kansas, I like Arizona to win that game.
I do too. It's funny that they're playing Kansas at Kansas and then Kansas in Kansas City. Yeah. So I mean, it's not Allen Fieldhouse, but it'll clearly be a Kansas crowd. I like Arizona in the rematch. It'll be funny also if they don't rematch.
Yeah. Nifty
like
Cello
loses to UCF or Utah.
Nifty Cello makes one more good point. He said, well, many good points. He says they also talk a lot. KJ talks a lot. On the court, KJ talks a lot. That's fine.
All of Arizona talks a lot.
All of Arizona talks a lot. Yeah.
Here's the difference. Caleb Love gets so much crap.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Townsend gets so much crap.
Yep.
Those dudes don't mention it. Don't talk about it. Yep. Don't let it bother them. Nothing.
Right, exactly. So it is what it is, not changing. Okay. On Twitter, KJ, but on the court too. So again, mess with the paw, you get the glove. All right. So let's talk then about up front. Then I wanted to ask you a question here. If let's see here. Do we want to actually Travis Strauss, the great Travis Strauss says, this is good. He says, where is it? Do we actually want to win this tournament or win a game and get bounced? Here's what I want. I want a game to get him firmly solidified in Denver or Seattle. That's it.
It's tough. You see what Calipari said yesterday?
No. What did he say?
He said the reason we win conference tournaments is probably because I don't care about them whatsoever. He's like, I do not care about conference tournaments. And then meanwhile, Patino, I was watching your boy Patino on Scott Van Pelt. Man, he's awesome.
Isn't he great? He's so cool.
But he said that he treats conference tournaments like the NCAA tournament, like in terms of timeouts, putting pressure on the players, whatever, because he feels like the transition is pretty similar. I'm kind of in between. I hate conference tournaments. I don't think it does you any good. I think it's significantly harder to win. What would it be? 10 games in a row,
right?
In order, right? And it happens. You get hot, and also we've seen teams that lose early and they go on to win national titles. I think for Arizona's confidence right now, they need to win one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
See them win on Thursday.
I agree with that. No, Wilbur's Big Burner in here. Wilbur's Big Burner. I got a beef to pill with Wilbur's Big Burner. There has been no clips pulled from the show, young man.
He's been grinding. He was in Kansas.
I be careful. But he's doing a lot of different stuff. But Wilbur's Big Burner, you should go up to SRS. I will buy you, if you're old enough, I will buy you a drink. But
he's only 13.
Wilbur's Big Burner?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but one of his pals came to the. I got boots on the ground. That's what I like to hear, Wilbur's Big Burner. All right, but at the same time, that doesn't absolve you from your responsibilities, though, young man. Is this understood?
Young man,
I love saying. I said that too. It was funny. Like my dad said that to me like 5 years ago, and I'm like, dude, I'm like 32 years old. Why are you calling me young man? Get out of here. All right, hey, let's get to some reads, and then I want to talk about Arizona or Texas Tech here because that's Jake, my guy, is a very astute individual. But let's get these reads in here first. All right. Watch this. Boom. All right, Scheer's gone. Good. All right, now he's back. Welcome to the Rock, Green Valley Decorative Rock.
Whoa.
All right, now Scheer, NPOB tweeted this out the other day or this morning. Green Valley. He went by Green Valley Decorative Rock. He took a picture of it. It was a real-time picture to disprove the awful rumors, the awful innuendo going around the Green Valley Decorative Rock is only in Tucson. This takes a village. This takes a community to be able to push here.
It's the rumors are disgusting. They're offensive. And I'm glad that they're probably glad as well that there's people on the ground fighting them.
They are, and everybody's doing it. Again, it's taking a community effort, but it's very important here. And again, 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials, my friend, and pavers, and they've got all kinds of good stuff there. Again, and if you deliver, here's what they do though as well. They'll deliver to you. Now, again, people are probably asking our good Kansas friends, would they deliver to Kansas City? Everyone has a price. That's been shown by the folks in Indonesia that have been reaching out trying to get Green Valley Decorative Rock. So maybe. I don't know. You're going to have to talk with them about it. But either way, Green Valley Decorative Rock is in Tucson. Welcome to the Rock. Okay. Now, one more. Oh, I'm doing such a good job. I'm doing this all by myself, by the way.
This is awesome. I'm proud of you.
Yes. Let's see here. Yeah. What did you just send me? Is it good?
Yeah, it's funny. You'll
okay.
Like it.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Good. Okay. All right. Aeris Dental, my friend. Aeris Dental. Now, Scheer, let me see your tongue. Do you have a tongue?
I have a huge tongue. It's disgusting.
Let me see. All right. Oh, look at that. All right. Now, you might say, Scheer, you must have gone to a place where they don't remove your tongue. Yes, he does.
This is true. This is true. That's the first question I ask.
Oh, well, I get to keep my tongue. Yes, you get to keep your tongue at Aeris Dental, Land the Man with the Master Plan. Scheer, do you have implants?
Multiple kinds.
Yes. Okay. Good man. Tucson implants, though. They got the championship special. Do you know what happened in 1997 here, Scheer? You weren't here.
No. What happened, Mike?
Arizona won the national championship. Yes.
What?
Hey, did I ever tell you about a good buddy of mine that asked me about that team? He said, who was the really good player that came off the bench? I had a friend that asked me about that.
God.
Can you believe that? Anyways, TucsonImplants.com. Go there, get them up. The 1997 special, Land the Man with the Master Plan. All right, now. All right, back to Arizona. So if Arizona, I want Arizona to beat Kansas. Arizona versus Texas Tech. If Arizona beats Texas Tech, then I think you're really solidified as a 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think a loss has me worried that with a few other, like, let's say they lose. I'll go both ways, right? Let's say they lose on Thursday. Like root for Gonzaga. root for Gonzaga today, because if St. Mary's beats Gonzaga, that could be scary. Root for Oregon and Michigan to lose, because if those teams win, like UCLA, Missouri, those type of teams, and Arizona drop into a 6. Arizona, I think if they win 2 games, probably makes it to a 4. A 3 is out of the question.
Yes, the 3 is out. If Arizona wins at all, 3 out of the question? I don't think so, buddy.
It's good. It's tough, but no.
If Arizona wins, no, dude, you would have beaten Kansas, Texas Tech, and Houston. No, that's a 3. That's a 3. My stepmom has implants. What kind of implants there? Be honest here. Okay. Anyways, matchups are key. I think that they're a little bit better. Let's see here. Interesting. This is good. This is going to get fascinating here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we will. I guess we will see. I'll still take Trilly, but all right. Go ahead. Sure. Yeah. All right. We're going to talk about it right now. We're going to make fun of ASU here for a second.
Yeah, we'll credit
Trilly. Yeah, this wasn't. I was just having fun with it.
Trilly Donovan is reporting that Bobby Hurley he's heard Hurley's out as soon as ASU gets eliminated.
And Trilly has about 100% track record.
ASU rivals and 24/7 disagree, basically. So we'll see.
This is going to be. This is a really good one to be, this is a really good one to be watching from the peanut gallery.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not reporting anything either way, but we've both heard rumors, and this is the time of year. I mean, I can give you 5 rumors right now if you want.
Yeah.
Where the coaching circles and agents are expecting him to be gone.
Right. Let me ask you this. Should we have an emergency podcast, being that we would have broken this story before anybody else? Mike Luke and Jason Scheer, ASU insiders.
I mean, you being the humble guy that you are, I'm sure that you'll just take everything in stride and put your head down and just work harder.
It just is what it is, man. I mean, you just kind of go with that. We will see. But Trilly is the real deal. Dude, he has to be gone. I don't know. Here's where I'm at with Nifty Cello. He has to be gone. How can you rationalize bringing him back? And I want him there forever.
I can tell you exactly how you rationalize.
Because of the money?
No. He is going to sell the vision of landing Koa Pete, which is possible. Koa is a different type of dude. We've said this before. Keeping Quayton's, keeping Best, keeping Amir Lee, keeping Sainin, maybe if they provide the money, because clearly Sainin's not ready for the NBA. and then basically returning the whole roster, adding Koa Pete, and giving it a run. I don't know why.
But I don't do that. I think that's really stupid because
It is.
if you do that, first of all, guess what? That team's still not going to be very good. Oh, here's where you're at with Bobby. Here's where you're at. Here's where I'm at with Bobby Hurley. If you give Bobby Hurley a really crappy team, he's going to go 16-15. If you give him a really good team, he's going to go 20-15. Like that is always going to be it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, Scheer. What say you?
What is Bobby Hurley's ceiling, right? Let's say all those guys were
first round.
So that's why you're like, it's just, to me, you never, and I said this for football. I said this when we did football coordinators too, right? I would never bring back or hire a coach based on what a player feels, not in the NIL portal.
Never.
What if you bring back Hurley with all these promises and some random school offers Jaden Quaintance $2 million and he takes it? You just got played so bad.
Right. Yeah. They're trying to come after me on because ASU is well, whatever. But
no comment.
We love you, Mr. Tyler Warden. You're the man. Okay, now let's talk a little bit then about, and I actually like Ralph. All right, let's talk a little bit then about Arizona then and Texas Tech. I believe that. How do I put this? I believe Arizona can beat Texas Tech. This is another interesting one. Arizona is an interesting. Texas Tech's an interesting one for me. Arizona can beat Texas Tech, but I don't think they can beat Iowa State. If that makes any sense.
Well, Arizona matches up really well with Texas Tech.
And Texas Tech's good.
Yeah. It's just a matter of size, and Texas Tech defensively has not been great as of late. Yeah, I just think that's a pretty equal matchup to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty equal matchup. I think they can win that. Now, if they can, let's see here. If they can get that win, then to get the two of them, I just want to get I don't want to get a 6 seed. That's kind of where I'm at with this. I don't want to get a 6 seed. I don't want to get, I don't want to be, send out to, like Burundi.
Yeah, so that's something I want to clarify too. Like and a part of me would rather have a 6 than a 5 or a 4 because it's tough because you're playing the 1 seed in the Sweet 16 and it's going to be good. But the problem is, and Mike and I were talking about this, is if Arizona is a 6, it could very well be shipped out to wherever. Like Kansas, for instance, like Kansas is that school right now, Mike. Let me look this up real quick because I was looking. Lunardi, and I know Lunardi's not all that accurate, but there's always going to be one like 6 seed that plays in a random place. Kansas is that 6 seed this year. They're in Providence.
Yeah.
Right? Like imagine Arizona and Providence. Like there is a chance if Arizona dropped to a 6, it would be just some random place.
Yeah, no, all right. Now listen to this. Mr. Tyler Warden, the great Mr. Tyler Warden, the tall Mr. Tyler Warden says, if Arizona, Iowa State, or Texas Tech beat Houston and win the Big 12, they're 3. I would agree with that. I think it's impossible not to give Arizona 3. Wouldn't that be the funniest thing ever if Arizona then just swept through it everywhere and they're like, take that. You mess with the
Arizona's got the 3rd best odds.
Yeah, I saw that. Now, Nifty Cello has a crush on St. John's and Iowa State. No. We need to be very clear about something here.
Oh, no, I think you have a major crush. You like Iowa State. It's disgusting.
No. We have Mr. Cello. We should call him Mr. Cello. Mr. Cello, we need to be very clear about something here. I have a crush on Rick Pitino, not on St. John's. Rick Pitino. I don't care about St. John's. Have you ever seen me say anything ever in our life?
Yes, you literally, like last week, said that St. John's had a better roster than Arizona.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Who put that roster together? Rick Pitino. Have you ever seen me mention St. John's ever before Rick Pitino got there? No. No, it's true. It's true. Rick Pitino's the man. And again, he is and Iowa State. No, I think Iowa State is an awful matchup for Arizona, but no, I would not put those two in the same thing. One is a massive man crush. The other one is a respect. How about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. You don't have a man crush on Iowa State.
Yeah, you always talk about Pugs and Hugs. You always talk about St. John's, but only because of Rick Pitino. We need to be clear about this.
Yeah, but it's one and the same with you this year.
Yeah, but Rick Pitino, I have liked Rick Pitino a lot longer than.
Yeah, you like Rick Pitino a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm just ASU guys, Rick Pitino.
Can you imagine? That would be. you imagine Rick Pitino's like, I'm going to the desert, baby. Let's see here. Chat. Houston's still a favorite to win the whole thing, in the Big 12, certainly.
Yeah, they have the heavy odds, then Texas Tech, then Arizona.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that. The whole thing, David, or Big 12. Pitino over everything. Mike, you know how we go, Mr. Cello. Okay, now, I like Mr. Cello a great deal. Okay, now, I don't know if I'm actually scared of Iowa State. Here's the reason, Mr. Tyler Warden. I was actually talking with somebody in the know about this, and he made a really good point. He said the reason that we match up terribly with Iowa State is that Iowa State's got 3 guys that can pressure the ball. We have 1 ball handler. Now, you could say, well, that's on Tommy Lloyd. I'm not disputing any of that. But when you've got teams that can pressure the ball and you've got 3 very capable perimeter defenders / players, that just kind of is what it is. It's a bad matchup for Arizona. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Now, why do you... Travis Holm, why do you keep breaking us if you respect us so much? Breaking? Who am I breaking?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Iowa State. You're broke. Arizona broke Iowa State.
Arizona did break Iowa State, but then Iowa State, I guess they got their glove and the paw back then.
Yeah.
Roster construction, not great this year. I want to talk about that a little bit. I agree with you. Let me ask you this, Scheer, and I asked you this, and I want to ask you people in this as well. You guys ready? A starting lineup next year of... That's good. A starting lineup next year of Braden Burries, Jaden Bradley, Carter L. Bryant, Tobe Awaka, and Henry Vasar. Is that a top?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a top 5-7 lineup in the country, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
And you know what and this is for the other, and you know what that lineup does too that this year's lineup doesn't do? And this will be this is an homage for the Spacers. In that you've got then Carter Bryant next year is a 40% 3-point shooter. He can do a lot of stuff that he can do a lot of different stuff, obviously. Henry can shoot a little bit. Braden Burries can shoot. And more importantly, you have 2 actual guards that you don't really have this year. 2 real ball handlers. What say you, Scheer? Ben White was making that point the other day.
Yeah, that's been our biggest argument all year, right? Like, Arizona's biggest screw up in the transfer portal. People say, oh, it's misevaluating Townsend or whatever. It's not. The biggest mistake they made by far is not going out and getting a better ball handler. 100%.
Yes. Oh, Andre Veras is in here. Oh, we should get to a read here in a second. Andre Veras. I discovered Andre Veras. I discovered him. Okay, now the Mississippi Gladiator, Andre Veras. I still don't know where that came from, but I like it.
It's great.
Yes, as long as there's no mid majors in our starting lineup, I'll be okay. Well, the kind of guard I'm talking about, though, and we've been talking about, it's Justin Kier type. This is true.
Yeah, that's fine. Just another guard you can bring off the bench and be okay with them handling the ball. And so Jaden, if a team is pressing or whatever, you can put them on the court at the same time. And yeah, it's
okay. All right, now let's do this. And again, all right, Longview, baby. Longview. Scheer, this is such a good read that it takes you out of the screen. That's how strong it is. Listen to this right here, Longview. We need to be clear about something here, and this is very similar about Green Valley Decorative Rock. I get people all the time saying, Mike, are you endorsing Longview Insurance and Investments? No, I am not endorsing Longview Insurance and Investments. What are we doing, Scheer?
We can't endorse it, but we can highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it. Now, all you people in the chat, you all seem very successful people. Here's what you need to do. You need to get with Longview, personalize, again, not a recommendation, not a endorsement, a highly recommended point from me. Personalized comprehensive financial planning, tailored retirement income strategies, distinctive wealth management solutions. Again, help them help you get money. A highly recommended partner. We might have some more stuff coming up here shortly with Longview Insurance and Investments, a trusted partner for your financial future. Oh, now we got another one in here. Bridge Tech, baby. Bridge Tech. Now, say that you own a gym or you know somebody that owns a gym and you're like, hey, guess what? I want to be able to push this out there and, be able to show people what's going on. Bridge Tech, Scheer. Scheer, you're a gym owner or want to be a gym owner, right?
Yeah, any day now, my gym should open.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let's say that you're actually serious about this, though. They have over 1,000 clients, Scheer, in the Western United States. That's how good it is. And again, they promote over 100 health entities across multiple states. Not just Not just, we need to be clear about this, not just your gym's health, men's health clinics, women's health clinics. I don't know if women's health clinics is a thing. I assume it is, actually. Yeah, it is a thing. Bridge Tech Communications, though, bridgetechcommunications.com. Our guy Tony is a beast. They can help you market your gym or health wellness spa. Okay, now, let's see here. Let's see, going back. This throws me off a little bit having to do all the reads. I don't like it. I like having somebody else do this for me. Okay, the question was asked. He said, do you think that Tommy is intentionally holding back Carter L. Bryant? CJ D3 Flash 32 Banks.
No.
No, I mean, I don't think so. But I do think he should have probably played a little bit more, but
yeah,
it is what
I
it
agree
is.
with that. But
yeah. But I don't think he's intentionally holding him back, but I do think that he is. I do think there's a little bit to that. Let me ask you this. This was posted on your board. It's an interesting point.
Oh.
There does seem, and this is something I've noticed as well, it does seem that there is a different standard for different players. And I guess what my point is this, is that like last year with Boswell do kind of whatever he wants. He's going to play his 25 minutes. KJ Lewis this year, going to play his 25, 30 minutes. Trey, again, brought down a little bit, but kind of the same thing. That's fair. I mean, coach does. Why does Carter Bryant always get pulled after like one or two mistakes?
I agree. I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. Right. I don't know. I absolutely think he should be playing more.
Yes, he's a young Colt, but he agrees he needs a little freedom to run. Yeah, I would agree with that. Papa Shot. We need to talk. We need to stick up for the revisionist history on your board. Scheer is amazing.
It's awesome.
Paulius Morauskas. So we reported this in the summer. Murph told us, he's like, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he's going to be that conference player of the year at some point. That guy's awesome. Can you imagine? I'm just going to leave it like this. Can you imagine your board or the fans if we had gone into this season with Paulius Morauskas as the starting power forward? They would have gone crazy. Scheer.
Yeah, we've gone over this so many times, but like Arizona liked Morauskas. Like, I don't know how many times we have to say it for the people. They thought Morauskas would be good. The dude is married with a kid. He's trying to get paid and go professional as soon as possible. And he felt his best route to do that wasn't competing for minutes at Arizona with other guys. He wanted more touches, and St. Mary's was that place, and he had a connection and all that.
This wasn't a situation where it was like a this wasn't a situation like a Philly B where it's kind of like you should probably excel at New Mexico. They wanted him to be here. It just kind of is what it is. Do you think E-Man's on the team next year?
No, not really.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't think that's an Arizona decision.
Right. I like E-Man too. It wouldn't surprise me if he turns out to be good. Let's see. ASU does play today, or no? St. Mary's plays today, right? St. Mary's, are they still?
Yeah, they play against Baggins tonight.
What is that game at like 9:30 at night?
Probably.
Those games are always super late. They're super annoying.
I'll look for you right now, Mike.
Yeah, can you look that up for me?
Look for you. I'm gonna help you out here, buddy.
Hey, we had Big Ten awards come out.
What?
We had the Big Ten awards come out.
I thought you said Big Ted Wardo. No, it's at 6.
It's 6?
Yeah.
I can actually watch it then. Nice. We have the with Big Ten awards come out. Yes, for every Pauly M, there's a Philly P. Yes, everything is like an Italian name. Pauly M, Philly B, Ricky.
Are you gonna watch Colorado TCU?
No, I've no.
Are you gonna watch ASU?
Yes, absolutely.
That's at 4.
Yeah. Oh no, that game's at 4. Mess with Paul, I get the glove. This one's gonna be interesting. This one's gonna be a fun one to follow. You know what's funny about a situation like this? I have nothing to lose in this situation whatsoever. If they win, guess what? Mike Luke, ASU Insider, breaking it before anybody else. If they don't win, well, I mean, it is what it is. Take that. Mess with Paul, I get the glove. Okay, and I want to give Caleb Love a little bit of credit here. Everybody beats the snot out of Caleb Love here. Caleb Love being the only player that made the Big 12 first or second team. And I know everyone's like, he only shoots 10% from the field. Coaches know. And consider that too, that's with one coach who didn't even vote for him for any team by his own admission. I think Caleb garners a lot of attention from other teams. He just does. And I know that he's, there's a lot of people that get very, very upset with Caleb Love. I like Caleb Love. I'm going to say it. I'm going to go with Caleb Love till the end. Boom.
Yeah, I like Caleb Love. I don't know why. I don't have a great explanation for it, but I like the guy. Maybe it's because, he plays hard a lot. He doesn't complain. He's
a good kid.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about Caleb Love that I just like.
Yeah, you know what? We like Caleb Love on this show. And you know what I like, too, about Caleb Love, too? Is that Caleb Love, a lot of people don't realize this. We're going to keep saying it. Caleb Love might be the most popular player on the team. Everyone loves Caleb Love. If you ask anybody around the program about Caleb Love, that's the first thing that they're going to say is that everybody loves Caleb Love. That's just where I'm at with this one. Now, Braden Burries, let's talk. Yes, unapologetic. P. Hoff, you're the man. Let's see here. Caleb Love. No, Javier, get out of here. All right. Let's talk a little bit about Braden Burries here. Does he play tonight?
Let me look.
I think he does. Hey, Stat Freak, are you still in here? I think Braden Burries plays tonight.
Let me look for you here, Mike.
Right.
Let me look for you here.
Yeah, sir.
You could still talk.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just didn't know if you wanted a moment of silence. Braden Burries, I put this out on Twitter. I believe now we are almost at the stage where Braden Burries is about the biggest recruit of the Tommy Lloyd era at this point. He has got to get Braden Burries. There's just no other way around.
No, by the way.
He doesn't play today? When's he play next?
Wait, no.
When's he play next?
Oh, yeah.
He does. I thought he played today.
They play Notre Dame. It's a rematch. They play Notre Dame tonight.
They're traveling to Indiana?
Yeah. So it's a rematch of the championship game that they won. And then if they win, they have another game this weekend. And then that's that.
Yes. Dick Wilson, the great Dick Wilson says, our girls basketball team played at McHale and they saw Love walking around. He stopped and took pictures with everyone for girl. Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Okay, now Burries, though, I will say this: I always get beat up for people are like, "Man, you're a Tommy defender." I am. I like coaches that win a lot of their games. But I will say this: that if you don't land Burries or Pete, I have major question marks about your recruiting approach. I don't love your recruiting approach right now, but if you don't get them and you turn down Elijah Arenas in the process so that you could get a player that you didn't get, I start to have real concerns about your recruiting approach. Period.
I have significantly more concerns if Arizona doesn't land Burries than I would Koa.
I agree.
I'm trying to say this correctly. I'm kind of over the Koa recruitment, not in the sense that I don't want him to go to Arizona, but in the sense where he's just a different type of dude. Arizona's done all they can with him, and if he wants to go to ASU,
it is what
obviously it's just different, right?
Yeah.
Like ASU,
it is what it is. I can't. But the Burries one to me, if you lose Burries,
they turn down Arenas because of it.
You got to get him.
Yeah, got to.
I don't care what it is. You've got to get him. Period. Yeah. Point blank. You have got to get him, and we will be very critical. And I think that would have to lead to a massive shift in your recruiting approach at that point if you don't get him, because offering 3 kids and striking out on all 3, not the greatest idea in the world. Now, let's see. We got to pay some bills here. Okay, here we go. Comfort X. Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know where the song is. So again, we don't.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. All right, Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Now, Tony Gemino, that putz. We all know about Tony. Yeah, we all know about Tony. He went through Comfort X HVAC, saved him a couple $1,000 in the process, my friends, in the process. Small business with big savings, built on trust for the long haul. Perfect track record, and Tony Gemino endorses them. We've had some other people as well that have talked about how great they are. Again, check it out, Comfort X HVAC. But again, use code Wildcats and you can get 10% off. I used them and I used the Wildcat code AZ12 or for 10% off, or Wildcats. I think it probably works either way. Comfort X HVAC. All right, now, Michael Rubin from the Swift Mortgage team. Okay, here's the deal. Scheer, have you ever looked into refinancing your home?
Yes. Yes.
Michael Rubin is the man that can do that for you. When he's not shooting jump shots, when he's not out there helping out the community, he's doing that kind of stuff. Former teacher, again. But here's the other thing. These people are trying to give you all kinds of stuff. Use code Grant Jarrett for $500 off closing costs. Grant Jarrett. 520-419-4262. And again, he's got access to banks that other people don't have as a senior loan officer. He can get you really good rates as well. Again, Michael Rubin at the Swift Mortgage Rubin Group. Go through him if you need any of that stuff. Buy, selling, or refinancing your house and a myriad of other things. Help make us look good in the process. Okay. Now, let's see here. Hold on. Let me get out of here. Okay. Hold on. Everybody stay here. I don't know. It feels like we got one more read. Maybe we have everything. Did we? All right. I'm going to read this for everybody. We did Longview? Yeah.
We did everything.
I think we did everything. Yeah, we're really, really good. Okay, Scheer, let me get you back on the full screen. Okay. We're going to be on, obviously, in the post-game show. Scheer's off tomorrow. But, Scheer, Arizona, Kansas, we like Arizona to win, correct?
I'm picking Arizona 75, Kansas 73.
I am going Arizona 75, Kansas 73.
Son of a gun.
What a son of a...
Oh my, what a prediction.
Yeah, that was really, really good. All right, you guys, everybody in here, you guys are absolutely the best.
Can't believe Cody's out of a job now. I mean, you did so well today. Should we fire Cody?
We fired Cody. We might bring him back tomorrow, but currently he's unemployed. So,
wow.
Yeah, that kind of is what it is. Yeah. Hey, everybody in there, though, got up to 165 lives. You guys are the absolute best. Very much improve you wrong. Or very much. I just read half of what Javier said. Improve me wrong. Javier, you're going to pick against Arizona in every game. We know this. On that note, though, Scheer, what do you got?
I look forward to Arizona playing Utah after this Kansas preview that we did today.
Oh, can you imagine Arizona beats Utah? Or Arizona plays Utah?
That'd be awesome.
Do we lock up a 5 seed then if we get that first round win against Utah?
Yeah.
I think you got to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, you actually don't want to play Utah because a win and a win doesn't really help, and a loss really hurts. Kansas, the result in reality doesn't matter. Anyway,
everybody in
podcast with Shelby, WildcatAuthority.com.
And depending on how things go, we might start calling ourselves ASU Insiders. This is going to be a fun one. Get your popcorn out.
Noted ASU Insiders.
Insiders, Mike, Luke, and Jason Scheer. All right, you guys are great. Very much appreciate you. I also like Mr. Cello. I like this new nickname, Mr. Cello. All right, on that note, though, we will be back with you tomorrow, 10:30, for Jason Scheer. I am merely Mike Luke. You all are the best. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Hold on a second. Let me play the outro. Everybody stay.